Brenda, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. All right. The Tuesday, November 25th, 2025, special meeting of the Board of Selectmen is called to order. I'm First Selectman Christine Vitale, and I'm joined by Select Person Spolier and Select Person Kupchik. Ask you to all please rise for the pledge. Will you lead us in the pledge? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to thank the board for taking time for this special meeting. We had a regularly scheduled meeting for tomorrow, which we canceled last month due to the holiday, but we have some appointments and so hopefully this will be a quick meeting. We're on item number 3, resignation. Mr. Diorio resigned from the Dwight School Building Committee. Unfortunately, he received a new position at his company and didn't feel that he could give the time to the committee that it deserved. And also, he worked for a company that might be bidding potentially for the Dwight School in the future and didn't want to have any question about there being any sort of conflict of interest. So thank him for stepping up and volunteering, and he offered his best wishes to the committee as they move this work forward, and maybe we will consider him for a future project. So I just want to put it out there for the public. The committee is staffed, they are moving forward, but if anybody is still interested in serving on the Dwight School Building Committee, there is an opening now, and you can apply through the town website. We'll be going through applications that were submitted a couple months ago as well, and hopefully we will get that on the next agenda just to fill that opening. All right, moving on to number 4, appointments. Harbor Management Commission. Can I have a motion to move forward Michael P. Evans, 260 Sherwood Farm Road, term 11-2025 through 11-2027. This is to replace Michael D. Baisley, who was moved to full member.
So moved.
Second? Ms. Kupchik? Any discussions? We can invite Mr. Evans to just come up and introduce himself and just tell us a little bit about his background and what he wants to continue serving.
Well, start serving.
Start serving.
I am amused to see it's all Michaels, but I'm Michael Evans. I've lived in Fairfield now for just a year. I moved following grandchildren. Professionally, I was a mining engineer for 46 years, working all over the U.S. and internationally. I've always been involved in the ocean and doing things and being on the harbor and finding the community sailing of Fairfield was a joy and ability to do that. Professionally, I've worked in harbors, on rivers, and in the ocean, and I enjoy the sailing and the use of the harbor, and I would be very privileged to be able to serve and help manage those facilities or what needs to be done.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Evans?
I just want to comment, your resume was very impressive. Welcome to town. Thank you for joining this, and I'm glad you followed your grandchildren here.
I've been meeting more and more people that are new to Fairfield following family here, which is wonderful, and I agree. Your background is very impressive, and I think that you'll be a wonderful addition to the commission. All right, seeing no other comments, any public comments on this? Seeing none, back to the board for vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Motion carries 0. Next, we're moving on to Michael J. Veer, 1222 Bronson Road, term November 2025 through 11-2027. And this is to replace Belinda J. Shepherd, D., who didn't seek another term. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Ms. Kupchik. Okay. Please.
Thank you. called J. Burr. I've lived here in Fairfield since 1986, and I'm a mechanical engineer. I originally came here as chief engineer for Dore Oliver's Keeler Boiler Division, and I've been sailing since I was 12, 14 years old. While in England, I sailed out of Cowes, where I bought a house on the harbour, and I raced there for many years, from small boats right up to Admiral's Cup boats. In fact, I was the inshore navigator for the Canadian Admiral's Cup team in 1979. And then I moved over here. We bought a boiler company in Muskegon, Michigan in '81. I moved over here and sailed on the Great Lakes in a Peterson 42 and my own CNC 34, doing the Chicago Mac races, that sort of thing. And when I moved here in '86, I did 4 Bermuda races. I brought my own boat here, but the nearest I could get it in at the time was in Milford, because there were no available moorings at Pequot Yacht Club or Southport. So for 10 years I sailed it out of there, although I did a lot of sailing out of Southport at that time also, including the 4 Bermuda races. I sailed some big boats. I did a transatlantic race in Whitby 56, the so-called Columbus race, 500 years after Columbus. And later, I helped my friend commission an Oyster 82 in Southampton, UK, and we sailed that in the Caribbean, the Mediterranean, and the Adriatic. So I've had a good deal of harbour experience, but I wouldn't say any management experience in that area. My good friend in Cowes was Captain Henry Wrigley, was the harbour master, and we got along very well. And I look forward to trying to help the harbour master here, Brian Clerk, do anything that's needed in Southport. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I mean, incredible.
Another incredible
I mean,
resume, and thank you for your
incredible.
contributions.
I feel like our harbor, I mean, up for some stiff competition for places that you've been and sailed and in pretty impressive company there. All right, any additional comments? Any
No,
public?
it's
Yeah.
really quite impressive candidates.
Any public comment? Seeing none, back to the board for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. All right, moving on. Harbor Management Commission, full member, Michael D. Baisley, independent, 460 Old Oaks Road, term November 2025 through November 2029. To replace Donald R. Hyman D., who didn't seek another term, Mr. Baisley is moving from alternate to full member. And all of these require our team approval as well. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
And Mr. Baisley, he is joining us via Zoom. If we can unmute him.
I believe I'm unmuted. Can you hear me okay?
We can, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, this is Mike Baisley via Zoom. Apologies, I couldn't be there in person. Just a quick background on me for those of you who don't know me. I'm a 25-year resident of Fairfield. I live in the Stratfield section. Unfortunately, my resume pales in comparison to the 2 folks that have already appeared in front of the Board of Selectmen. I'm a banker by background, spent a lot of my time in the city and where I am now, but I've raised my 3 now almost adult children in Fairfield. We all as a family love the water, but mostly from the shoreline. So I felt like I added a little bit of a different perspective to the Harbor Management Commission as an alternate. But I've really enjoyed serving in that role and learning about the committee and serving the town and preserving the harbor in Southport for all the reasons that we all love it, being residents of town here. So I'd be excited to continue to serve on the committee in a full member capacity. So thank you.
Thank you. And while maybe you don't have the sailing experience that your colleagues, it is very important to bring someone with financial acumen to the committee as well, because decisions are just being made about the long-term investment that we make in that facility. So we very much appreciate your willingness to serve and the expertise that you bring to the committee. Any additional comments?
Hi, Michael. Having two kids that
Thank you.
were aligned
No,
with
hi-
his two
hi-
kids, I
hi,
say
Marcy.
welcome. And thank you. Yeah, your experience is great. It's great to have different experience on the board and your management experience, and I know your dedication to the town with all the girls' involvement in the town and getting older.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you.
Any public comment? Seeing none, back to the board for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 3-0. All right, moving on. Michael Nishbal, you, 67 Middlebrook Place, term November 2025 to November 2029, to replace William J. Perugini, R., who didn't seek another term.
Yes, thank you, select people. Michael Nishbal from, as you said, Middlebrook Place. Before the meeting, I said my pronoun might be captain in this group. No, I defer to Mr. Ver there. He is by far the captain in this room. So, yeah. My involvement with the harbor really comes back to, I've called that harbor the prettiest harbor in the state. I've told people all over the world where I travel and friends that it is really special. And I come at the harbor with a great deal of love. I have a boat there, and I sail out of there. I also live at the other end of the Mill River off of Mill Plain Road, just 300 yards north of the Duck Farm Bridge. So I see the water flowing and all the wildlife, so I appreciate it very much. And this town is great. This town is so well managed, thank you to you guys and all of your predecessors, really quite extraordinary. And there's no shortage of 5 beaches and lakes and hills I've stopped counting, and beautiful parks and open spaces I've stopped counting, and places to eat pizza I've stopped counting. I'm involved. I've gone to several of the meetings, and I kind of know the agenda and how it's working, and it'll be a good fit for me. I was a theater consultant. I built theaters and opera houses all over the world, so I'm in construction in a way, and I know what it's like to sit around a table and listen to people's opinions and get consensus. Coming from a construction background and just a love of nature, and this particular harbor is so special. I'll be right there. I'll do my best.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think you'll be a great addition to round out the team.
Agree, and it is a beautiful, beautiful harbor and a very special place, and a lot of work has been done between the dredging and replacing some of the piers and other infrastructure that was damaged in past storms. So it's wonderful to have just such a dedicated commission that advocates for the harbor, advocates for our waterways, and is looking for it to be sustainable and keeping it a wonderful place for all to enjoy from land and by sea. So thank you all for stepping up to serve. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Thank you all, and you're welcome to stay, but also you feel free to leave and go upon the rest of your evening. I appreciate that holidays are quick approaching, and
Can you clarify the next step with the RTM?
so the next step will be approval by the RTM. The Deputy Chief of Staff will reach out to you with just dates. You will need to go there. They have 2 meetings.
It'll be, I think,
The 8th?
I don't know what they said. Did they set it yesterday at their meeting? I think it's probably Monday, the 8th, but it could be the 15th.
But we'll reach out to you just in terms of those dates. They ask that you can either join by Zoom or in person, and similar to what you just did here.
They expect a statement from us as well?
It'll be the same thing, just to why you want to serve, and they'll ask you some questions. They're a larger group.
40 of them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Family dinner tonight.
Oh, thank you so much for coming.
Have a
Happy
wonderful
Thanksgiving.
holiday.
Thank you. It's-
You guys gonna be all by yourself?
Yeah, I know. That's okay, we're almost done. All right,
I can't believe it's all
I did not check, right?
No.
No, I
No,
didn't.
we only did Michael's.
Yeah, reappointments, Harbor Management Commission, Douglas Matchick D, 1201 Oldfield Road, term November 2025 to November 2029. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second? Okay, do we have Mr.
It's a reappointment, right? So.
Matchick here? That's right, thank you. Reappointment, so we don't usually ask them to attend. Any comments?
His name's not Michael, so I don't know, but. I think we're okay.
Okay. Any public comment? Seeing none, back to the board for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. That one there, all right. All right, we are on to number 6, purchasing authority. To hear, consider, and act on authorizing the purchasing authority to enter into a service agreement between the Town of Fairfield and Unemployment Tax Management Corporation of Wakefield, Mass. to perform unemployment claims-related services and all else necessary as detailed in the UTMC proposal dated November 1st, 2025, for a period of 2 years with additional authority to enter into renewals on similar terms and conditions.
Thank you.
Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second? Subject? Mr. Toolman? You want to talk us through this?
Yes, hi, I'm here. It just took a sec to get unmuted. This is Adam Tulin, Purchasing Director. This is a pretty straightforward, relatively low dollar professional service that falls well under our professional service exemption. This will be approximately $7,000 a year for each of the next 2 years. I'm not sure if anyone is there from budget or HR to speak further, but this service basically assists the town in dealing with unemployment compensation issues. They do auditing services and the like whenever there's an unemployment issue.
Yeah, and they help manage unemployment claims by the town, HR. When claims come in, they'll notify HR. HR will, verify employment, when they left, salary. If there's any claims that need to be made, they help us process those unemployment claims. It is a relatively low dollar amount, but being that it is for, it goes over the one, it's 2 years, it's coming before the board.
So we've had this service before,
We have had this service before, and
and it's a new company though. We've had a different company or?
no, this is the company
Same
that we
company,
used.
okay.
Is this replacing the one the town has used, or is this
No,
in addition?
This is the same company, correct, Adam?
Yes, sorry, I was muted again. Yes, this is just essentially a renewal, but because of, again, as the first selectman said, because of the duration of the term, we're just bringing it before the board for approval.
Yeah, this came to me and it was like the dollar amount. I'm like, does it have to go to the board? But being that it was 2 years, we're bringing it to you today, but it is a renewal and HR, works with them closely. They're able to communicate by email and check with HR if there were any issues before coming to this meeting, and they've been happy with the service. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, back to the, any public comment on this? Seeing none, back to the board for a vote. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Okay, refunds. To consider and act upon tax refunds as recommended by the tax collector in the amount of $7,943.38. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Any public comment? Seeing none, back to the board for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Don't have any real updates, so couldn't keep it quick. I know that the holidays upon us. Want to wish you both a happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to just do announcements and first selectmen updates together. Just reminder to everybody that Saturday night is Parks and Recreation Winter Whimsy Festival. We will be lighting the town tree, the menorah. There will be music, a beer garden, food trucks, lots of fun holiday activities. So encourage everybody to come down to that. And the Chamber of Commerce is hosting a community event on Sunday. Santa's coming to the green, and they'll be having music and Santa and other holiday treats from 10 to 2 on Sunday. Any other announcements?
When is the shop and stroll?
The shop and stroll is December 11th.
Okay. That's my favorite.
It is fun. We'll have a meeting before that, though, to announce that. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Shop and stroll and other holiday events. The Burr, there's going to be Christmas at the Burr. That's the December 6th. Yeah. And again, just want to wish you both happy Thanksgiving. Thankful for our community, and especially shout out to all the people, and I know that you guys share this, that work for our town. You're the greatest town employees, and thankful for all they do, and wishing them all a very happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And happy Thanksgiving to you. I apologize for not being there today, but tonight's the big baking night, so I've got my sister and niece is coming over. And got a lot of baking to do.
All right, that's fun. We're there too. We're all
good luck.
ready to adjourn.
I'm not
and,
baking, other than desserts I got.
baking. All
Happy
right.
Thanksgiving, ladies.
Happy Thanksgiving.
With that, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, all in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Take
you.
care. Good night now.